everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Drew, and you're watching Drew the Theme Park Dude. And yes, I know this video will be kind of different than my normal types of videos, but it's another Drew review. So, yep, the Incredible Hulk Coaster review. Located at Universal Studios in Orlando, Islands of Adventure, I will be completely reviewing this coaster that I will admit that I have been frightened to do ever since I laid eyes on it back when I was a little kid going to Universal for the first time. Then, a couple weeks ago, I decided, hey, you know what? I might as well do it. You want to do as much things as you can while you're at a theme park, and just to get another thing off my not-to-do list now that I do everything at Universal, including Halloween Horror Nights mazes. So yeah, but this big green coaster has always intimidated me, and I decided, you know what, I was with a couple friends, and they're kind of urging me on, and I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm going to do it. I put my stuff in the locker, get in the line, and guess what I do? I get out of line, and I go back, get myself in the locker, and wait at the exit. Yep, that's exactly what I did around a couple years ago. But then, about a week ago, going back to what I was really saying, with the group of a couple different friends, get right on that coaster and have a blast. So, yep, I absolutely love this coaster, and I'll be talking all about this big green monster that intimidates anyone that ever enters Islands of Adventure on Drew the Theme Park Dude. So, yep, here we go. Let's start off. The Incredible Hulk Coaster features 7 versions, was made by B&M. I'm like 99% on that. Do not credit me on that. It's one of the older B&Ms, and, well, the original version was. We're talking about the one that opened with the park. When the park opened, forgot the date, I know it was like mid-2000s. When the park opened, it was, actually, no, it was like, yeah, mid-2000s. It was a big success, honestly, for Universal. They were advertising it a lot, and it opened with several attractions such as Jurassic Park River Adventure, Diddly Doodlite, Ripsaw Falls, Popeye and Bluto's Barges, Spider-Man, all the basically man rides you see here today besides Harry Potter and Kong. So yeah, this park opened with the Incredible Hulk coaster, as well as 2 big drop towers that were behind it that I will admit I was also a little bit afraid of, but Hulk way more. So I get in my seat, and you launch right into that first Cobra roll you guys saw in the thumbnail. That image I did take, as well as any other image you'll be seeing in this video. Just going to do that real quick before a bunch of people say I took the video when they didn't, because I took these photos. But, yeah, first is the big Cobra roll coming out of your 65-mile-an-hour launch. And you go right into it, turning over and looking right upside down over the entire park. Front row, really cool. Back row, you get a lot of, like, push and G-force from. Then you go right into a nice two other, like mini loops, and then you're going into one massive vertical loop. This is the biggest vertical loop, as well as the highest point you will be on the entire ride, and then under that loop is the fastest point you will be, around 72 miles an hour, I'm pretty sure. Now you're already done 4 of the inversions. The rest of the coaster, there's still 3 inversions left, but it's more of a nice, intense, spinny G-force coaster. You cut right into a big helix going around the launch tunnel over Marvel Superhero Island, into another corkscrew, then going back down, straight into another smaller, but still pretty intense and tighter vertical loop. Do a bunch of turns, a couple, like side banks, and then you go into your first ever mid-course brake run from this coaster, but it's more like the 9/10 mid-course brake run or whatever. And then you go right into another corkscrew as your final inversion, do a couple turns, do one last, like, little, turn, curve right into your photo spot where it takes your photo, and then you exit right there going into the station where they say take off your black seatbelt, so you take it off, go in, and then they unstrap the rest of it. So yeah, best coaster I've done, like, thrill-wise, and I absolutely loved it. And here are the reasons why. If you are afraid of coasters, I recommend you do this. Even if you're intimidated by the loops, I was intimidated by 99% of coasters. I used to go to theme parks and all I did was, like, Cat in the Hat. Oh, that's all I would do. And over at Disney World was Small World. And I was like 10 or 11. At that age, I would only do those types of rides. I was afraid of really any coaster. And then I got tricked onto doing Aerosmith because I thought it was a nice, peaceful ride. That's what my friends told me. And I absolutely loved it. I wasn't mad. I laughed. I thought it was amazing. And then after that, I started going over and over. So over the past, like, 5-10 years, I've been just doing more and more coasters and more attractions throughout the park. More like 5 years, but I've been doing more and more things at different parks, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And then I did Hulk, and you know what? I absolutely loved it. And yeah, that's it. Just the adrenaline rush of going upside down, getting pulled by the G's, getting into nice turns, going into the station, the story of it. Because it did open with the park, and then in 2014 or 2012, I forgot what it was. I believe it's 2014. It closed and it was completely demolished. But instead of just leaving a big blank space there, they rebuilt it from the ground up with new pieces of track. Everything was new, but it was the same coaster layout and same character, just completely rebuilt from the ground up. And parts of the old coaster you will probably see in one of the images where Hulk is standing there holding the track above him. That's actually track from the old Hulk. So yeah, that is the Incredible Hulk coaster there for you. Review now time. Out of 10, I would give it a 8.5. The only reason, there are a couple times where it's kind of rough towards the end, especially. That is your BM&M though, so you kind of expect that. As well as some of the story elements were kind of hard to follow, because especially once you exit that tunnel, there's not really a bunch of story to it. Like, you kind of just become a Hulk, and then you are not a Hulk anymore, I guess, when you get off the ride. Which, is a basic story. I would just wish that they kind of expanded on that more. Maybe they had a portion where, at the end, you gotta see your finished result, or you gotta see your test score, or I don't know. Just to see what happened. I would have loved that. But you know what? Still a great coaster. And also, no phones, which I do understand, but if you're waiting on a hot summer day in a 2-hour line for this coaster, you want your phone. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. They should have cubbies right before you get on that you can put your phone or backpack in. I know they don't want to prevent stealing and all that, but I think if you put your phone in a little hat and you put it in like a little cubby, no one's going to touch it. But who knows? People nowadays are crazy. I just got my Visa card scammed a couple days ago from a guy in New York. But yeah, so that is the Incredible Hulk coaster for you. I don't really know what else to say. If you guys have ever been on this coaster and have your own review, comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a massive like and subscribe. Channel window getting on. So you never miss a brand new video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, everyone. See ya. Bye.